What it do? It's your girl Jessica Dime, and I just finished my interview with Hollywood Unlocked. Y'all gotta tune in. I went in, and you already know how I get down. No censors.
What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee, and this is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
This is your girl, Davita D, baby. How y'all doing?
And your boy, Giovanni. Hold on.
And we have the one and only Jessica Dime in the building.
Yes, we damn do.
Hi.
Okay, so is it Jessica Dime, Dime Peas, Jessica Dime Peas, or just Dime?
Right now, it's just Jessica Dime.
Okay.
See, Dime Piece was the stripper.
Okay.
Jessica Dime is the TV personality, the rapper, and
So who's
all
the
of
girl
that.
that turns up and beats bitches up on Love and Hip Hop when they act up?
All
Is
of
that
the above.
woo.
who is that girl?
That's just Jessica from Memphis. That's just Jessica from Memphis.
Well, you are a dime. I'll tell you that much. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you for having me.
And you just had a baby and you look amazing.
What?
Wow, you look beautiful.
wow.
Don't try to act like you don't know.
I don't know.
He don't watch TV.
I don't
he
watch
watches
TV.
Pornhub.
I watch
Oh.
Pornhub.
Yeah.
But
There ain't
congrats.
nothing wrong with
You-
Pornhub, but
Porn, not porn. Pornhub. You got a girl or boy?
I have a little girl.
Ooh, get ready.
First of all,
She's-
she's so gorgeous, by the way.
Yes,
Thank
she
you.
is.
Thank you so much. She's 3 months old. Her
Oh,
name
she's
is.
fresh out the oven.
She's fresh out the bun at the oven. She's the bun at the oven. She is amazing. She's healthy. She's already laughing and smiling and like cooing and everything.
So you're from Memphis. I've been to Memphis one time, and the only thing memorable in my trip was the Civil Rights Museum
Oh yeah.
where Martin Luther King was
I
murdered.
always wanted to go there.
But like Beale Street, and I didn't have no fun. Like I had no fun in Memphis.
Really?
What is there to do in Memphis?
Juke.
Well, juking is something.
Juke, my bad. I'm thinking about Chicago.
Well, Memphis is a different type of city. Like I love my city. I would never trade it for the world. But like you said, you got to really know what to do. Like maybe you weren't with the right crowd on Beale Street.
No, I wasn't.
Because I go up and down Beale Street, go to Wet Willie's, get drunk.
We went to Wet Willie's. We
go
did
up
do
and
that.
down the street and just talk shit all night.
Yeah.
And then in Memphis you got the club life, the nightlife, like.
But it's dangerous there too, though. From what I heard, I did not know that the murder rate was so high in Memphis.
Yeah, it's not funny. I'm really disappointed in it because I like to go back home and enjoy myself, but when you're from Memphis and you're associated with people that's already from Memphis, you don't have a problem. Like if you go with me, we can go out. It's not like people you going to the club and you walk out and people just gonna shoot you right then and there. No, it's not like
It's
a
like
war
that in
zone.
Gary.
Yeah, it's like that a lot of places, but Memphis, it's not like that. You just gotta you might turn down the wrong street one day and get into some shit. But if you out socializing, having a good time in the nightlife with the right crowd, you good. You good.
So when you go home now that you've had all this fame and success on Love and Hip Hop, do people know who you are? Is it hard to just move around?
Oh yes, I cannot move around at all in Memphis. No.
But how does your family deal with that? Because
Well-
Memphis is such a small. I remember walking from the hotel. I was at a hotel, and you probably know what hotel it is. There were ducks in the lobby.
Oh, that's where I stayed last time I went home.
What is that?
The Peabody?
The Peabody. That's where I
Yes.
stayed. I was there for a conference, and I remember walking from there to Beale Street, and I was terrified because I was like, I just want to make it back.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing happened, but it reminded me of Mayberry. Like what was that TV show?
Mayberry.
No, what's his name? Opie
Opie
Taylor. What was it?
Okay.
Andy Griffin.
Andy Griffin.
It was like
you.
really country, really small, and everybody knows each other.
That's exactly what it is. It's like everybody knows each other. It's like a home. It's like a family in one city. Like and you know what? The thing about Memphis is, it's so much talent in Memphis, bottled up in this little bitty city, compressed, and it's like none of them can get out because it's like crabs in a bucket. Like you make it out of Memphis, you made it out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like going back home and going out and being in the nightlife and everything. Everybody's like, "Hi, congratulations!" and I watched the show and everything like that. But at the same time, I'm like, let me watch my back too, because I don't know who might come doing what.
Wait, so is K Michelle from Memphis?
Yeah, K Michelle is from Memphis.
Did
too.
you guys know each other before the show?
No, I didn't know K Michelle in Memphis.
And I haven't followed all the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta because you guys have the most lit show out of the whole series. I feel like you guys, there's just always so much going on. And
Yes.
I feel like the show has created so many stars within the show that are just so big personalities. Did you guys haven't always got along? I'm assuming.
Who, me and K.
Yeah.
Michelle? No, I mean, you can watch it and see that. Like, but the thing about it is, I never know why with K. Michelle. So it's like, okay, whatever. I might see. I mean, I think she was staying at the same hotel I was staying at in Memphis last time I was there. And if I would have seen her,
it would have been all love.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a mother now. I don't, care about the old stuff. But yeah, we have our back and forth. She got this way of thinking of stuff and how she wants you to behave and things like that. And I'm a grown woman and I'm going to do what I want to do and I'm going to talk how I want to talk.
I feel like all the conflict that I've seen with you is some bitch trying to tell you who the fuck to be.
Yeah.
Because it was last time I remember the time you was at the event for Tommy and then that went left.
That went left. Oh my God, trying to tell me what to do. Don't these people know by now? Like, you cannot tell me what to do. I'm grown. You really can't tell me now because I'm a mom.
Well, that's what we're going to get to that because I do feel like there's been a shift. I don't want to say you grew up because you always been a grown woman, but
right.
you've evolved as a woman.
I have, and in life you have no choice but to evolve. If you're not evolving and becoming a better person, what are you doing?
Stagnant.
Everybody's not perfect. I'm not an angel. I'm not. Oh, thank you.
Look at you trying to.
She's a
married
married woman.
I know.
She's
very much married, but I appreciate it. I'm still
with a beautiful daughter.
He loves when
and a beautiful husband too.
Yes.
She got a beautiful
Let's talk
family.
about it.
He is
Yes.
beautiful.
So go ahead. You finish. You were saying.
What were we talking about? He's just knocking me out.
I know.
You're not an angel. You're not perfect.
Yeah, I'm not an angel. I'm not perfect, but at the end of the day, I just try to treat people right. Do the right thing.
So you believing in karma right now because you're a new mother? You're trying to, chess, not check it, trying to move a certain way so you won't have that karma because you're a mom.
Absolutely. And my daughter, I want to just protect her from danger seen and unseen. I don't want to do anything that might eventually come back on my daughter or my family or anything like that. So I'm just trying to move right.
Would you let Tommy babysit her?
Jason, what the hell is wrong with you?
Wait, you and Tommy beefing?
I don't beef,
That's my nigga.
If I was
Tommy, that's
beefing
my
with
nigga.
somebody, if I'm beefing with somebody, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
So Tommy's not babysitting.
Absolutely not. Tommy don't even babysit. Come on. Do she look like she babysitting right now in life? She ain't doing no babysitting. So no, sir. Absolutely not.
I love
wanna
Tommy.
have
Tommy's been on the show. Okay, so you guys have had like an up-down relationship.
Yeah, I don't really know Tommy like that, but we've had our little. I done had my ups and downs with everybody because I ain't going.
But what's her issue that you were cool with her, but then somehow you had tried to piece it up with Jocelyn, or somehow you were trying to resolve conflict, and somehow that created conflict.
Right, I'm trying to be the good girl,
Be the
good
peacemaker.
woman. Yeah, the peacemaker in the situation, and it just got taken all the way left field. But at the end of the day, I feel like people do things because they know what environment they're in, and they know they're gonna get saved. They know, I can't get to them at that point in time, and they know. I'm a big person to defeat or to try to defeat. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like it was an up and down, but it didn't have to be how it was with us, but it is what it is. You're not going to stop me from being friends with Jocelyn or going talking to Jocelyn. And if I feel like it's done with y'all arguing over, I might mention it and be like, well, I spoke to Jocelyn and she's okay with this, or are you okay? I'm not trying to sabotage anybody by doing it. I'm really just looking at it like we all black women. We all doing our thing. What is the beef for?
So when just disclaimer, I mean, I love you, I love Tommy, and Tommy know I love her, but but I got a job to do, so I got to ask questions.
Yeah, you do.
So when Tommy recently just got in a fight with that girl, and did you hear about the fight she got in the studio with that rapper?
Oh yeah,
What's that
that's
rapper's
so
name?
crazy, Akbar. Because Akbar texted me after it happened, like late night. No, she called me late night, and I'm like, huh? Because it's so this is so crazy. Because let me tell you the backstory to Akbar. I saw Akbar at the studio, and she was so nice, and I'm not the person to turn my nose up at anybody. I treat everybody the same way. So she came to speak or whatever, and I spoke to her and whatnot, and she came in the studio with me for a little while. And I was like, she a cool girl, I like her and whatnot. And we text a couple of times. Then I saw her standing for K. Michelle. So I was like, oh, wait a minute. This might not be the right person for me to be getting
that close to.
Getting close to. So I kind of bagged up off her a little bit. But it wasn't no bad blood. So she called me late night, call me. So I'm like, what's going on? I'm laying beside my man. Girl, what do you want? So she said, I just beat the shit out that bitch. I said, what bitch? Tommy. I said, oh, okay. Because at the end of the day, it's not my business. Yeah. She not my friend and Tommy not my friend.
Yeah.
And
that's not your beef.
And it's not my beef. But it was funny to hear about it.
Yeah, no, I ran into Drummer Boy the other day. And
that's my friend from Memphis.
I've known
that's
him for
who me and Akbar were in the studio with.
He was in the studio when that fight happened. So
that's Memphis there. That's Memphis hometown.
So I said, what happened? And he broke it down to me, and I just said, I didn't know who Akbar was, and I didn't know she was she had as much street credibility as she had. Apparently she has a lot of love from the people in the streets. Right. Okay, so you and Tammy.
Oh yeah, Tammy.
Are you guys cool?
We cool.
Okay.
Me and Tammy cool.
And
we had our ups and downs too, but at the end of the day, I always liked Tammy. I always like, oh, she's so pretty, and I never wanted any problem with her. But it's like, girl, settle down. Settle down. That's how that went.
So there's some of you in the show, because Atlanta, I feel like, has so many big personalities. And even like Mimi, I love Mimi. I've known Mimi for a while. She's chill, but she'll turn up too.
Yeah.
So how do you guys
all situation? Yes.
How do you all coexist?
That's crazy because I think it's just all a mutual respect for each other. Like we all, even though we all initially met on reality TV, we all kind of heard about each other maybe before in the streets or in the industry or whatever. So we kind of know things about each other. I kind of know about Carly beforehand. I heard things about Mimi. So I just kind of have a mutual respect for all the ladies at the end of the day, unless they get wrong with me, then I'm
get wrong with them.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna have to go ahead and shut them down. But it's really no problems with the vets and the like the Mimis and the Carlys and like that. I don't have problems.
But you're a vet too. How many seasons have you been on?
Yeah, I've been on since season 4.
And what season are you in now? 8?
8.
Yeah, you've been. I mean, you're a vet.
I'm a vet.
So when I look at
OG.
When I look at Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and then having been a part of the show here, like all these motherfuckers here for the most part are fake. I mean, all their storylines are fake. Everything they do is fake. It be homeless motherfuckers hopping off of helicopters. I'm like, nigga, now
So shots fired.
So in your show though, I was always intimidated by the Atlanta show because I'm just like, okay, if I was to go to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and do what I do and have to go hard, it's gonna be all types of bullshit.
You know it. They gonna come left and right.
Left and right.
Yes. Atlanta show is like,
I mean, y'all now Spice is on the show and she's cutting up.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it because I met Spice when we went to Jamaica the season before, and she was like so sweet and like professional and everything. So when I seen her on, I wasn't really involved in a lot of the turn up this season
because you were pregnant.
I was pregnant, but I was watching it and I was like, "Oh, Spice! Oh my God! Like, don't play with Spice."
So I met her and Jock when I was just out in Atlanta, and me and Jock had been texting trying to do a project together. But he had said when he went to Houston, he goes, I honestly was shocked at how crazy Houston was because I literally thought we just gonna have a nice trip to Houston.
I thought they were too. I was like, I was back there like we were filming still while they were in Houston, and I was like, I hope they not doing nothing crazy down there. You know how the trips get, you let the wild animals out the cages, and they cut up.
So Estelita, Stevie, they're working together in music. I thought they were together, and then now Faith Evans is married to Stevie. So when you look at Faith Evans and Stevie's marriage, what popped in your mind? Were you just immediately like, oh my God, I'm happy for them? Or were you like, this nigga?
Well, I was automatically happy for them because this is the reason. I always knew Stevie had a thing for Faith.
Mm-hmm.
It was like always some kind of way she was in the background somewhere.
Singing in the
Whether
background.
exactly, whether they were doing music together or whatever. So I kind of always felt like they had a thing for each other. But now I was like that when they told me they got married in Vegas, I was like, oh, wait a minute, Stevie, now you could have done better than that.
That could have
This
been a
is
special.
fake.
Yeah.
This is fake. But when it's real at the same time and you just had that feeling like you just want to, you love a person, you just kind of do crazy things.
You and your husband planned out your wedding? You did the whole
Well,
planning
we're
and-
still planning the wedding.
Oh,
the wedding. Like I still
you
say
just
my
say your
husband.
husband,
Yeah,
right.
that's my husband.
Claim
Honey.
it.
You can't tell me anything.
You better
Well,
claim it.
if you watch the show, this is a guy that she's known before.
Yes.
And the thing that I loved about it is because in Love and Hip Hop they always say don't bring nobody on the show that you in love with because you lose them because it's such a turbulent show that it's gonna get fucked up. But I like how you've had your ups and downs in the show, you've told your story, and then now this person who you've had in your life before pops back up and now you're in love.
Right.
I love y'all love.
And it's
Thank
real.
you.
I really
Wait,
do.
it's real.
So you
It's
guys
so
was
real.
you guys were together, then you broke up.
No,
and
we've
then
always kind of
known each
messed
other.
around. We never been locked
Official.
down together. Yeah, official. But we messed around for 10 plus years.
Wow.
So for us to come back around and make it official, and he
baby.
asked me to marry him and us have a baby, is huge.
Were you
But
surprised?
I was very surprised. I didn't even know he was coming to Jamaica. I didn't have any idea that was something him and the producer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Looking at the show,
it was real.
It was real.
Yes, everybody thinks it's fake, and they always talk about it's scripted. I'm a real bitch at the end of the day. Whatever I do and whatever I have done in the past before Love and Hip Hop and whatever I'm going to do after Love and Hip Hop, I'm going to be real with whatever I do. So y'all ain't never got to worry about me doing nothing fake or me being a part of nothing fake. Because I'm going to make sure whatever I'm doing is real shit.
So now that Carly,
go ahead.
sorry. Now that Carly's engaged, do you think that's real?
Ow.
Because everybody's talking about your
I
engagement.
love Carly, but I don't know this guy. That's the only thing. I don't know this guy. Who is this guy that came out of nowhere looking like Plies talking about they
Dead.
engaged? I don't know who
Dead.
this is. But if he is good to her and she loves him and he loves her, I wish them the best, but I don't know who this is. This is
You
supposed to
never
be
met
like
this.
this is supposed to be like one of my best friends, and I don't know who this is. So I don't
So
know.
she pulled a Kenya Moore.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. If you
'Cause
don't
remember
know
Kenya
him,
got it.
Yeah,
married
and
to-
all her friends was like, "Who
the
is
hell is
this?"
this?
Like,
because girls
I
be
don't
ready
know
to,
who this is, and I need to do a background check on this
This
man,
nigga could be
Carly. So,
anybody.
He just
Carly,
popped
if you're
up.
looking and you're listening, bitch, I'm gonna be looking this nigga up.
Yeah.
I wanna
So I got a quick question. So you said y'all been messing around. Y'all been messing around for 10 years, and then he finally settled down. So I was messing with somebody for 10 years. They gave me a ring, and it didn't work out because I'm single again. So I want to know, how did y'all keep that going? Because I lost mine, man. I had that ring for 6 months, and game was over.
Oh no! Well,
yeah.
I think it's just that we were always so close, growing up, together,
Yeah.
and we never were official, so we just kind of were in and out. It wasn't nothing, where I get mad at him about being with no other girl. He ain't gonna get mad at me about being with no other dude. But when we get together, it's us.
It's like
But,
your time was
now,
your time.
right?
Wrong
But
32.
yeah, but now, oh no.
No.
But of course, that was just keeping, the flame going. Whenever he, he been in the NBA 10 years, so it's whenever he go to another city, he'll be calling me you want to come visit, whatever. So we just kept it.
Well, he not only put a ring on it, but he also put a baby.
Yes.
In it.
She is gorgeous.
And the baby's
Thank
gorgeous.
you.
I
She
wanna see a
is so
picture.
gorgeous.
Wait, so what is your ethnic background?
I'm black.
Full black.
Full black. And it's so crazy because we were talking about this because when I posted her, and then I guess Shade Room and all the blogs, you posted her, Baller, everybody. And it was just I was hearing little chimes and things, about how she looked. And I was just well,
But they're saying why she's so fair skinned.
why she's so fresh
Yeah.
but her dad is not this thing.
That
right
nigga's
here.
chocolate though.
He's chocolate,
probably
but
took
he's
from the
caramel.
grandparents, or
Like
great
yeah, but
grandparents.
he's chocolate, but he's one of them guys that got chocolate over the time, over years. You look at baby pictures of him, and he's not even that dark.
Quarter 10 as he kept getting older. Quarter
like
10.
he was out and doing
I mean,
what
you're
he do.
fair skinned though.
I'm fair skinned.
She's caramel with like honey toasted.
Yeah, and I know it's not all full black in my background down the line.
I mean, we all got something in us.
Yeah.
But no, but your baby, I know, because when we posted the baby and I went back over the Instagram, I was like, okay, the baby definitely is more your skin tone.
Right.
But I mean, the way our melanin is set up,
Yeah.
we
Never
we
know.
show up with green eyes, blue eyes.
Yeah, she got
red.
green eyes.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, now
she
that's on my
does.
family
See
side.
something like your
Yeah, her eyes
grandparents.
kind of look like yours, really. Yeah,
so
like
she got grandparents with light eyes.
yeah, where her aunt, my aunt, her great aunt has light eyes. My uncle had light eyes. His uncle had light eyes. So I don't know if she took it down the line or
Same thing with
what,
Masika, baby.
but I know for a fact that's his baby.
He's just like, you don't need to take it
Shut that
outside.
clock.
That
the way
ain't
up.
even a question.
On the
Like,
next
but she
season.
looks like him, but it's just like she's fair skinned, but she's only 3 months old, so I know she's gonna get a
Grow
little
into it.
darker
Yeah.
and
She's
stuff
gonna go
like
through
that.
her
On the
change.
next season of Love and Hip Hop. What you mean this ain't my baby?
Talk about what?
Oh my gosh, she is so beautiful though. I'm so blessed. I can't.
So recently we posted a story where there was a report that the ratings in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta dropped.
I saw
Yes.
it.
And people are saying it's because Jocelyn left the show. And I saw how Jocelyn left the show and interviewed her after the fact. Do you think Jocelyn was a good part of the show?
Well, I would never take away what Jocelyn has done for the show. You know, I wouldn't even came on if it weren't for my relationship with Jocelyn. So I can never take away what she done for the show, but I wouldn't say the show would collapse if she wasn't a part of it. You know what I'm saying? She was definitely funny, definitely a big personality. But you had people that loved Jocelyn, you had people that hated Jocelyn. So, you know, you had people that tuned in and wanted to see her, and you had people that might turn it off when she come on the screen. So it's just like, I feel like at the end of the day, she was part of the process of that show. She an OG, you know, she helped pave the way for the show. And, you know, she should be accredited for that, but I don't feel like Love
It's
and
all
Hip
about
Hop
her.
Atlanta
Yeah.
was all about her, no.
So who on the show do you hate the most?
Hate the most? I really don't hate anybody, Jason, but
Dislike. Let's say dislike then.
yeah.
Strongly dislike.
Strongly dislike. Like you can't be in a room with them. Like game over.
I can be in a room with any of these bitches.
I was gonna say because it feels
Because
like
ain't none of them gon' fuck with me.
I mean, you solid too. You look like you solid.
You know?
Even if she wasn't solid,
I'm
you
very
know
I'm just
she
saying,
cornbread
she good
fed
looking.
now.
I know.
I can be
Clearly.
in a room with every last one of these bitches on this show. Cause I'm a grown woman at the end of the day. I can be in the room with them. It just depends on their behavior.
you know what's so crazy though? People that don't know that watch the show, people don't realize how much anxiety is involved in filming the show. Do you ever get anxiety
Sometimes when it's like,
when you know there's gonna be conflict?
yeah, I'm like, something is going on.
Like, cause you can feel it. You feel that energy.
Well, I mean-
Like they think we like the surprise pop-ups and stuff. They think
I mean, if you show
it's
up
fake.
if she showed up for lunch with Mimi and there's 5 security guards,
She knows something.
She
I
know what's
know
about to
something
happen
going on
because there's too many security.
exactly.
That's how I feel.
So I used to be like, oh yeah, I figured it out. I was like, okay, so somebody finna pop up on me. Okay, it's cool. I'm ready.
And so once you see what it is, you mentally just ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready. Like I've learned.
See, this is right here.
That's-
This is right here. This is what makes me nervous about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Yeah,
Because for me, I would, this is what Hollywood would do. People would start texting each other and trying to resolve it before we film. And you know what? I was like, don't call me.
Don't
do
call
it.
me. Well, you might fit in the Atlanta show. Don't call me. Don't text me. I don't talk. I see you when we get to film. We'll talk about it on camera.
Oh, you straight Memphis.
No, we're not gonna
man.
do. We're not gonna do that because wherever the conflict took place, that's what we're gonna resolve it. You're not gonna get to apologize to me.
Or apologize on the phone, then
On the
show up and throw a
phone.
drink on me.
Good call on that one. Facts.
Yes, that's too much.
Okay, so when you look at all the Mama beefs, Mama D was just on
Yes.
Wildin'
I
Out.
love Mama D.
Can I just tell you that I liked Mama D before, but I love Mama D now. We did a game called Now You Wild Out. Me and her went against each other, and the topic was cooking. And It was just funny. She's funny.
I bet
Mommy
it was.
G is like, she is so much fun, and she was
is.
with the shits. She was so with the shits.
Oh, she was.
She was
She's
like, let's get
always,
it in.
She's always with it. And she was one of the first people to give Blessing, my daughter, a gift and all that. She's really sweet.
So when you see the mamas in the show, like, you know, Rashida's mom is in the show, and she's now, you know, she's her mother first, and then she happens to be in the show. It's Rashida's show, but she's in the show. And then recently, like, some fans showed up at a store in Houston and was like attacking her.
Oh, I saw that.
What do you think like these shows are right for the mothers to be involved, or do you think it's just all a part of their story, so it's whatever?
I think that whatever a person wants to do, I mean, I think it's very right for them to be involved because it's reality TV. You know, you want to, people are interested in seeing your family and where you come from. Like, you just dropped at the sky. We want to know where you came from. I know I do watching reality TV. But
have you brought your parents in the show?
Yeah, my dad came on and my mom came
What season?
on. Just this past.
yeah.
Before you didn't though?
No.
Yeah, because, you know, having interviewed Amber Rose here for a couple hours, gone to the Slut Walk, being friends with Floyd and him having his strip club, and meeting the strippers, traveling with the strippers, being on private jets with them and having that intimate space and time and talk, like seeing their kids on the plane with us. And I looked at them as strippers. I didn't look at them as mothers, students, sisters, daughters.
Business owners.
Yes.
Business owners. I mean, and I didn't see them as people that were making $10,000, $15,000 a night.
Yeah. They make
Easy.
money very
So
easy.
I never saw your parents before, and I was wondering, like, why did you choose to not have them a part of telling your story early on in the show?
Well, you know, I was really kind of like supporting coming in Love and Hip Hop, like a supporting cast
Your friend.
member. Yeah, so I never got the opportunity really to bring my family on and tell my story until recently. So once I did, you know, I was like, you know, if my mom wants to come on, bring her on. If my dad wants to come, bring him on. I have no reason not to bring them.
Maybe that's why it feels like you've evolved as a person in the show. Because now watching it, you see the family dynamic. You can see you like being vulnerable and getting engaged and then being pregnant. I think it's allowing the audience to see you more as a person and less as somebody that pops up and with the shits, which is cool. But I feel like this season we've been able to see you a lot more, you the person.
Yeah, and I wish it could have been a little bit more, but it's so many of us on the
there's a
show.
lot.
It's kind of not even enough time to cover everybody's story the way I know they really want to cover everybody's story. So, I mean, I got my website that I'm working on so I can like release my own footage, IamDimePeace.com.
Nice.
So I can release my own footage, you know, behind the scenes, me and my family, you know, stuff like that people don't see.
Your
But they
fans
can
go
really,
hard for you anytime.
Oh,
let me tell you how me and Dime connected, okay?
Okay.
I have young writers and whatever. They post hot or not, or who you think got the best pink hair, or who had the best pink outfit. And the fans were going in like, y'all left Jessica Dime out. Y'all left Jessica Dime
They
out.
were going in. They were
It's
tagging me
hard.
every minute. I was like,
And so I saw a comment that Jessica was saying, she said something, I added her and followed her and DM'd her. And I mean, like your fans go hard for you.
yes, I love my fans. Like I love them. Like I could be having a bad day and I look on Twitter or look on Instagram and they'll be in and say something encouraging. And besides all the bad talking on Instagram and the negative stuff, I look past all this stuff and I just appreciate them for appreciating me, you know, as a person, as an artist, as a TV personality.
Do you think there's something on the show that you wish they covered but they edited out? Is there something like in your story that
It's
always
yes,
Are you
they be
crazy?
editing out the meat and potatoes?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
a lot of stuff. Like my life goes in depth. Like it's a lot of things, but I feel like I like the way it's evolving. I like the way I'm giving
I mean, it's
them.
setting you up to give a lot more next season.
Yeah, I got a lot more to give. I got a lot more to tell. I got drama too.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, everything ain't peachy cream like that, but I make sure I'm trying to make it peachy.
So you said this season they didn't have a lot of time to show all the story because there's a lot of people. Who should they fire from the show so they have more time next season?
I don't want to get nobody fired. You know, I can't get
Sometimes.
nobody.
Okay, we ain't gonna say fired. We're gonna say like, you know,
Edit it
5
out
minutes.
down
Edit it
more.
out. Edit it out.
Oh,
Let's say
Lord.
edit it out.
Who didn't you like?
Keely. Her name on the show is supposed to be Keely the boss, but I can't address her as
Who
such.
was Keely? I honestly
I
don't remember
know
her.
who that is.
See?
Just like that.
She gotta go. I'm watching it. I'm like, you know how you like restrain and you see somebody messing with your friend and you like, let me go. I want to get in.
You was doing that watching the TV?
Yeah, because I'm pregnant. I can't do nothing. Like, she messing with Sierra. I'm cool with Sierra Glam. I'm like, oh, I don't like this bitch. I wish I was there, you know.
Who's Keely? I really don't know who
She's
that
the
is.
boss.
No.
She ain't the damn boss.
Wait, but who
She's
was
the
she?
boss.
What did she do?
She was just like all over the place. She was just like a shit starter. She was a hater. From me looking at
That's
it,
not
and
the
me
girl
knowing-
that Tommy fought in the nail shop.
No,
You
this
know
was
what I'm
the
talking
girl that just Brittany got into it with. Sierra Glam got into it with her. She said was calling Sierra Glam like a bad wife because she wasn't supporting Shooter.
That's the one where Sierra hit her with the purse?
And she,
Yep.
and she
Okay.
threw the marker.
Yeah, that's Keely the boss.
And she threw the marker. You know what we talking
But
about.
Keely hasn't started nothing with you.
No, I just don't.
She messing with her
She's just
friends.
one of those people that I look at, and I don't really do that. Like, I don't prejudge people, but
But you look at her like, bitch, when you try with me, I'm going to beat you down.
Like you got an ass whooping waiting for her.
I ain't gonna say I got an ass whooping waiting for her, but I got some choice words.
She reminds me of like my homegirls from back home back in the day. We be out in the hood eating ice cream, and a motherfucker try the homeboys, and you call up your girl, and she just beat everybody.
Yeah, she don't even need the storyline. They fucking with
I don't
you.
wanna know
I'm
what's
there.
going on.
Ask questions later.
That's all.
We
I
get
need
the
to-
details later.
I'm on my way.
So with that
Yes.
accent, I just love to hear you talk. I know you said you rapping. So what type of what you? Because you
I'm
Memphis.
rapping. I've been rapping for years. Before I was even on Love and Hip Hop, I was rapping.
Really? Because your tone is dope. I can just hear
Thank
it,
you.
so I can imagine what it is behind the track.
I'm on like my 4th mixtape, Gangsta in the Skirt 4. That's the one I just put out while I was pregnant.
So you need to go do your research.
Gangsta in the Skirt,
Yes.
Volume 4.
Yep, it's called King Dime.
We need to work
So
on
now,
your
are
research
you like
game.
spitting, or are you like doing the whole like?
I'm spitting. I write my music. I come up with my own song ideas. I pick my beats.
Would you let Stevie J produce you?
Stevie J's
I
a beast,
would.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I
definitely a
would.
beast.
I would. I respect Stevie and everything he's done in
Yeah.
his craft, but we'll have to do something more modernized. Like I wouldn't do anything where we singing.
Because the
and all
shit he
that.
got out with Faith, that new shit is dope to
I
me.
like it.
I
I
like
like
it.
it. I like it. But yeah, I do music. Like that's my pride. That's my heart. My music. Like with Love and Hip Hop, I think my music kind of got lost in there a little bit along the way because they like the love. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
They like the hip hop, but
Yeah.
it's like they like to know your life story and your.
Now, what you would have loved is Cardi's baby shower
I would have
because it was all pink.
Oh,
The entire place was
By
pink.
the way, y'all, she
Yes.
is Louis Vuitton clutch.
Dawn.
Pants.
Yes.
Look, she in here icy, looking like
Louis
a
Vuitton.
damn.
I'm
braids.
trying, honey.
And Louis
I'm
Vuitton
doing-
nails.
I'm doing a little something, not too much, not too much.
You doing
Yeah,
good.
I had 2 baby showers. I
Really?
had one in Memphis.
I didn't
and
get
one in
invited.
Atlanta.
You
I did invite you.
No,
I
you
definitely
did
didn't
not.
get invited.
Nope.
shoot.
You called
We
me and
just
you
met.
said, we're doing the baby shower in Atlanta. I would like to invite you. And I said, well, if it's taped for the show, you may want to check with people and let me know. And you never called me back. I said, my feelings were hurt.
But she was busy planning a baby
Yeah, I
shower.
wasn't
You can't
thinking
take that personal.
You can't take that
Sorry.
person.
She's invited probably, but how many people you have? It was like 80, 90 people?
A lot of people.
So she's
Like
taking
I
My
really,
feelings
and they
were
kept
hurt.
changing the date because you know how Love and Hip Hop is. They was
Yes.
changing the date because they was trying to get production and
Yeah.
get it how I wanted it, and it turned out really beautiful.
I did see it on the show. It looked great.
Yeah.
It did look
I
great.
mean, the only criticism I have of that baby shower was I wasn't there.
I'm sorry. I got to make it up to you.
Yeah, just let me know. Well, you came today. That made it up to me.
Oh, okay, good.
What do we have to look forward to this upcoming season? Because you're coming back now. Well, first of all, there has to be a wedding special. I'm going to just tell you right now. If Love and Hip Hop fans, y'all need to be going crazy online. If Mona don't spend the same money she spent to shoot Cardi's baby shower to shoot this baby shower, I'm going to feel some this wedding, I'm going to feel some type of way.
yes, you need your own spouse. You
Yes.
just for the wedding.
It's
Just for the
gonna
wedding.
be
Because that's that real love.
Thank you
I love
so
y'all love.
much. I really
Oh, my
appreciate this support,
goodness.
Jason. I really do. And we really are like, we just got through talking to this lady named Nancy Tart. She's over in Paris, but she's from America. Like we've already paid her. Like it's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful
Nice.
wedding. Like I would love for it to be on VH1.
Well, I better
I
get
would
an
love
invite.
for it to be a special. I'm praying.
In Jesus'
Claim it.
name.
Claim
We
it.
gonna
No,
come
it's
out
gonna
and
happen.
agree.
You claim
Because
it.
it's
Claim
gonna be
it
so
now.
beautiful that I wouldn't want that to be missed. I really want. I want my fans to be a part of it.
So would you let Tommy be the bartender?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. Yo,
No.
you can bartend my wedding, Tommy,
I
because you
love
make
Tommy.
Yeah, that drink.
I mean, and you know
I mean,
what? I
look-
got to think about this over the rest of my summer, see how my summer goes. I might invite everybody. I might not.
If you invite everybody to your wedding and a fight breaks out at your wedding, I will be so mad.
I will be so
I'll be devastated.
mad.
That's something
Would you beat a
can't take
bitch
back.
down in your wedding dress?
Oh, it's over. Like, I'm about to clown.
And then
in my
turn up
own
at the
wedding.
reception.
Yeah, and then I'm at the reception.
It's Hollywood
Because
Unlocked.
I'm already have a change of clothes anyway.
You be like,
Ready.
turned up.
Hollywood
I
Unlocked.
probably fight a bitch in my wedding gown if they mess my wedding up.
Damn, Hollywood
Ooh.
Unlocked, I know we're invited, right?
Yes, all of you guys are
Oh,
invited.
thank you, baby.
Yes.
I'll text you later.
And y'all gotta do.
You see how you do, people?
I gotta give you the special invitation.
No,
I
for
gotta
sure.
send those out. We're getting ready to send out the save a dates. And they're
I was
gonna
about
be
to
like
say
a
save a hoe.
keepsake. They're gonna be like a Paris keepsake. So I have to get your
Ooh.
address and everything.
Oh no, for sure.
I can send you
Yeah,
guys.
no, I'm looking forward to it. It was crazy.
Y'all need to do like a
Live podcast
yeah,
from your wedding.
from your wedding.
We're not doing a live
Yo, that's
podcast.
never
for-
been
That would be
done
dope,
before.
Jason. That
Y'all,
would
when
be
she come down
dope.
the aisle, when she come, y'all look
I would
at
do
her.
it.
That would be dope.
I would
It's
do
never
it.
been
That
done
would be
before.
so
Wait,
dope.
listen. So it'd be a Hollywood Unlocked and Jessica Dime collaboration.
Yes.
No, we
Unless
would.
Floyd want to get in on the action. But yes, I would love to
That's
do that.
never-
That would be
Oh,
so dope.
I'm down. You let me know, and anything you need from me, you got our support.
Oh, thank you so much. I need y'all to support my music.
So tell everybody where they can
Gangsta
find the
Skirt
music.
Volume 4.
Everywhere. Gangsta in the Skirt 4. It's the
Volume
fourth
4.
one. You know, I've been signed to people in the past. I'm independent now, so I'm working, I'm writing. So I need everybody to support my music. Gangsta in the Skirt 4, King Dime.
It's out now.
It's out now.
Okay, so I'm gonna
And
download it right now.
I'm working on now. It's out right now, and now I'm working on my EP, the Snapback.
With the snapback, clearly.
The Snapback, clearly.
Clearly, you
One of the
definitely
songs
snap
on that
back.
one of the songs on that mixtape needs to be "I Don't Need No Waist Trainer."
Why you hating? I needed that waist trainer to lose
No,
my
no,
weight.
it
I
was
needed that
fun.
waist trainer to
That's
lose my
dope.
weight.
No, it
Thank
was-
I got you, Jason.
The only reason I'm saying
you.
it's because on Wildin' Out, I can't really talk about the show, but there was a song that we did
The waist trainer.
about waist trainers, and it was so funny.
I don't need no waist trainer.
I don't need
hoe.
no waist trainer, hoe.
You don't.
Yes, you don't. Your snapback is
Well, no,
everything.
I'll tell you what the
Thank you.
The hook of the song we said, my waist trainer ain't working. My waist, yeah, we got that gut. It was funny.
It was
Anyway.
funny as hell.
That's hilarious.
All right, so the mixtape again.
Mixtape is Gangsta in the Skirt 4,
Okay.
King Dime. It's my fourth one. It's on all outlets.
No, she said King Dime.
King Dime.
Yeah,
and I
know.
said that
Yes.
for a reason.
Why?
I
The
said
realest nigga
that.
in the room right now.
I said that because before my fiance came along, I was pretty much doing everything on my own. No man, no money behind me with a man, my own ideas and everything. And I just feel like I've maneuvered my way through so many situations, even down in Miami for 7 years in a strip club by myself. I ain't had no pimp or no shit like that. I ain't believe in no shit like that. So I was running the streets by myself, and thank God I was covered. I never got robbed, beat, killed, killed, stabbed, none of that
I ain't never
stuff.
been killed.
Yeah, I never got
Nobody
killed. I
tried
coulda
to kill you. Yeah, I'm
you
with
know,
you,
something
sis.
could have happened to me.
It's real.
It's
doing
very
it,
real.
and I just feel like I done done so much, and I feel like I've conquered things that women don't usually do by themselves. Like, I feel like men usually, most men look at me that know me and that are my friends and don't look at me in a lust type of way. They be like, I'm proud of you. You a soldier. Like, so that's why I say King Dime, because I feel like I've been
Well,
putting in
listen,
work.
I'm glad you made
are.
it. I'm glad you made it through, and I'm glad you made it here. And anytime you want to come back, you're more than welcome.
I'm
to.
in LA for the summer, so everybody hit me up. Your girl in town.
She's here. Okay. All right. Well, we out of here, everybody. Peace.
Peace.
See ya. Thank you.
Davita D was here last week. She was our in-studio guest sitting in back here. And you almost went viral because people were laughing at your reactions because you were just yesing and knowing and you was in the
Like
conversation.
somebody auntie.
You know it. Auntie was in it. I was like,
So I feel it was important to have you here for our Hot Topics. And the beautiful Verona Obeng is here. I've
Jesus.
actually been on your show, The Sack. So is The Sack really named after the ball sack?
No, a lot of people think it's named after male anatomy. It's not. The SAC is it's not an acronym. It means kind of like pillow talk. So the SAC, like the deepest, most private conversations you have with like your partners or your friends. we have them out loud and share them with the world.
And friend of our show, Laura Govan, is one of the co-hosts, and your Melissa Ford.
Our Melissa Ford.
We have a Melissa Ford, and you have
and
Melissa
we have
Ford.
a Melissa Ford. So
I love Melissa. You know, Melissa, what I love about her is she is a good friend. When you have a friend like Rihanna and a powerhouse like that, and be as loyal to her and just have her back all the way through, I love her. I just watch her. I've watched her over the years. Be a good friend, and that's what I like about her, and the fact that she can smoke a blunt like our Melissa Ford.
Well, she's not just a down friend to Rihanna, but that's how she is with all of her close friends. She's just a genuine, real, amazing woman. So, and she will blaze up anywhere, anytime, any place.
Well, all of you seem that way. I mean, I did your show, and it was really interesting. I'm never in a room with three women. Not talking about shit that women talk about.
Like you're talking about giving head.
Well, even then, I'll sit around with girls like, girl, how you suck it? Like, I don't do that. But on their show, I try to do my best.
I haven't seen it, but I'm definitely gonna watch that motherfucker now.
Tune in. So the second season drops in September. Summer's a really busy time for us with our schedules and everything going on. So we took a break and we're coming back in the fall for season 2.
Oh, that's dope.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Well, and I love the photo shoot you all did too. You guys were actually in the sack.
Literally. Half naked in the sack, yeah.
Really?
You would definitely have enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
And so, Davita, you're out here, Wildin' Out is on hiatus until October. What are you doing?
Oh, so I'm out here. I'm at Quake House. I'm on Kevin Hart Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM96.
That's dope.
Yes, darling. So I've been doing that. I'm loving it and having a great time. I'm loving LA. I must say I'm a Brooklyn girl, but this is what's up.
Yeah, I talked about Kevin on my interview with Nick Cannon where I just said, keep your little dick in your pants. But, I just everybody that hears me talking, just know that the stuff I say is all for entertainment. It's all humor. I literally say what I'm thinking. And I feel like I'm always wrongfully attacked because everything I say, there are people sitting in
I don't think
rooms.
you're wrongfully attacked. Sometimes you do deserve it. Some of your sound bites have kind of thrown me like, ooh.
But listen, here's the deal. When you are in the sack with your girls, or when you're in the sack with your boys,
fuck you, asshole.
No gay pun intended. We all say things to our friends that we wouldn't say in public. I just say them in public. Anyway, I enjoy it.
I mean, some people are savage, Jason, sometimes.
Hey, yesterday I did some really shady shit. So look, I was on live talking to the fans.
I saw that.
Did you?
I saw it.
I was talking to the fans and I saw Prince from Love and Hip Hop Miami on. So I went live with him on Instagram. 1.2 million followers. I don't know what he has, but we're talking to all these people and we're talking and I'm like, yeah, so did you fuck Mariah Lynn? Because I saw them pictures when she was in your lap and he was like, doing what niggas do when they either did or didn't do it. But he was like, being really shady with it. Well, one of the fans watching called Mariah.
And she got...
Of course.
And so she got on the live and she was going in. So I logged him out and logged her in and she went in on him, and then I logged her out and logged him back in.
Messy McMessy.
Yes, that is savage.
Let me get Messy McMessy.
Messy McMessy. I'm gonna get that and put that on a shirt. So yesterday in the news, Demi Lovato was rushed to the hospital apparently from an alleged overdose. What people are saying is heroin or opioids. What do you think about it? Where were you when you heard about it?
I was waking up in the morning and I was scrolling on my Instagram. Everybody check their Instagram when they first wake up, and I saw it. It's just something about when I first see that TMZ breaking news, I'm always prepared for like, damn, okay, who done died?
Yeah.
And before I scrolled down and see that she had allegedly overdosed, I seen her face and I said, oh no. Because I had seen her documentary on YouTube Red, which was a very, very heartfelt, deep documentary. But when I seen that she had overdosed on heroin, I said, Jesus Christ, that ain't no light drug.
It ain't. You never offer heroin. That's the thing. Like, if you take heroin, you're on an OPI for the rest of your life. Like, honestly, I seen it the same thing. I woke up, I was on the Instagram, and I was like, oh, I'm really hoping this is fake news. But it was the real thing. And I was like, not my girl, Demi. I really love her. I loved working with her, too. So, prayers up, baby. Prayers up.
When I was locked up, unfortunately, I know what it looks like when somebody is overdosing on heroin, and it's not pretty. Or when somebody's trying to kick it. It's not pretty at all.
I've been open here about being a child of foster care and the group home foster care system. My mother was a heroin addict, and one of my earliest memories of my mom, I remember during the addiction stages of her life, was when I ran away from the center where they kept all the kids. It was hundreds of kids. It was like where they drop them off before they figure out where they go.
Center.
The center. Mary Graham Children's Shelter. But anyway, when I was there, I remember running away to go find my mom, and I remember she was shooting up in a hotel, and I remember her passing out while mid shooting up, passing out with the needle still stuck in her arm. So I know how crazy that drug is. So for me, where I was more shocked was, and I've told people know that I'm the one that got Demi to perform for Floyd in the Conor McGregor fight. How humble she is. Nice she was, how gracious she was in making sure that she took photos with everybody. I would have never looked at her and said, this girl's on heroin.
I said the same thing.
So it's crazy that even with like Jennifer Lewis being here and saying what bipolar disorder looks like, we don't know what does heroin look like? What does bipolar disorder look like? So I did a video yesterday and posted it on Hollywood Unlocked where I was saying, like, let's start having more compassion and stop saying, why is she doing this really dirty drug? Or why does all that matter when a person...
Addiction's addiction. And it's
exactly.
Yeah.
So shout out to her and sending love to her and Reese and their entire team. But it was really sad.
Yeah.
But the thought that these people could just leave. Any of us. Time isn't promised to anybody.
Mm-hmm. Life is precious. Yeah, definitely prayers up on Demi. She's a beautiful person, y'all. Prayers up, boo.
So do any of you know anybody that's struggling with an addiction or have had anybody in your life that struggles with addiction?
I mean, I'm struggling with addiction, but not no drug addiction.
Alcohol.
Sex? Because that's what I'm addicted to.
Not really alcohol. It's
please don't say masturbation.
No, it's just sexual things. Like I got that Kirk Franklin problem.
Really?
Yeah.
What masturbating? That was his problem.
Anything, just anything that's related to sex. I just can't stop.
I'm sorry.
You know what I mean?
Like, I know what you mean because I'm addicted to sex. I love sex. I
think there's a key difference though between liking sex, engaging in sex, and
like going outside masturbating in front of schools because you need to see little girls and little boys. No, I'm saying
that's very illegal. But
but no,
so like you like if you need it, like you'll just sleep with someone that otherwise when you're in your clear head
I can't operate until I please myself or have somebody please me. Like right now, I'm just thinking about.
Do you put yourself like at danger and risky situations?
What'd you say?
Do you put yourself in danger and risky situations?
No, of course not.
I think that's when it becomes addiction. Otherwise, you're just a grown up. You're just a man.
No, listen.
So you masturbate before you come to work.
Listen, I've been up this morning, so man, I had somebody in my house last night, and we were talking about like how much we both masturbate. And they were like, I don't really know if I could, fuck around tonight because I didn't came 4 times. And I'm like, you came 4 times. It's only 10 p.m.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But I understand.
I can go months without sex.
Oh hell no, I can't.
I can.
Oh, I gotta masturbate.
I feel like that part of my brain shuts down if I'm focused on something else, and I love sex.
Well, you'll be a great girlfriend because you're trustworthy.
Wow, because I need to masturbate something. I can't go months without sex.
I don't need it to focus.
I need to focus.
Pornhub is in my browser right now.
Okay.
Right.
He's looking at it
but
right now.
The thing now where I'm now, this is where I think I don't share an addiction. I mean, like literally, I don't know if I can go months without sex or days without any type of anything. But I will say that you do know you have a problem when you log into Pornhub or XXNX and you've seen all the videos. Like I've seen all the videos. Like I feel like I've had sex with people. I'm like, well, okay, he gonna come fast. This one swallows.
You actually know.
Oh, I know the scene and everything.
I've witnessed.
You definitely when you check Pornhub before Instagram when you roll over in the morning.
I don't do that.
If you look at my browser pages right now,
Pornhub is your friend.
I will say that when I do find somebody really sexy in a video, I do try to find them. I go to Facebook, Twitter. I've actually.
He's shaking his head like this is normal.
I've actually reached out to the porn companies and said, listen.
This one right here.
This one I want to get out the game. What's that phone number?
This one right here.
We're gonna start a prayer circle afterwards.
But it doesn't. I just like it. But moving on.
I like it too. I'm free spirit. I do, both men and women. So, I'm free. I enjoy sex. I really enjoy it.
Lettucey hairdo, you do both men and women.
Oh, hell yeah. Don't get it twisted, baby.
First
I'm very free.
We love Lettucey.
I love
Congratulations to Lettucey who just got married not too long ago.
Congrats, Lettucey. Congrats.
You know one thing that I'm struggling with that I've been struggling forever, and this is what, I've been doing better since I've been back for a while now, but I really want to get in shape. I've been hiking every day. I'm now going to the gym. I've been meal planning. I'm drinking my water. I even went and got my colon cleanse the other day, and I'm going again today.
Jason, let me tell you this.
But wait, let me tell you.
Go ahead.
The thing that is bothering me now that's actually motivating me is that there's something preventing me from executing it. That now that's giving me the drive to do it, because it's just like, I feel like I could do anything I want and put in anything I put my mind to. It's not aesthetics or whether this or that, or I'm having heart or cholesterol. It ain't none of that. It's just that this is the thing that I feel I can't conquer right now.
Well, Jason, let me remind you, and let me give you some credit, and let me pat yourself in the back, because you lost. Actually, you were way bigger than this, Jason. Remember that?
Was, boo.
You lost a lot of weight. You look great.
Well, see, but even then, it's just like, okay, if I think about it, I own my own company, so I do what I want to do whenever I want to do it. I don't have my own time. I have the time to do it. I ain't gonna tell where I live, but
Where I do
know where you
live.
live at.
Where I do live.
getting to a gym is not a problem.
It's really not.
And I have the gym membership to the best gyms in the country.
So what's the what's stopping you?
That right there
He
is
doesn't
what's
know.
motivating me to figure out. So I just, and this is gonna sound crazy too. Before I went and did Love and Hip Hop, I signed up and got all my health care taken care of. So I got my mental, my dental, and my physical health care covered.
Yeah.
So I can literally sit down and figure out what is it that's blocking me from doing it. It ain't not having. I mean, I have all the resources.
It's like I
It's
think-
willpower.
It's-
It's willpower. I have 5 children, and if I didn't,
no.
if I didn't,
You
no,
have 5 kids?
Yeah, and I'm
You get- wait.
just
like from you.
Like
came out of my vagina.
Wait,
pushed
so
them out?
so the viewers,
Yeah.
the viewers are hearing this right now. Just stand up real quick.
Oh my God, you pushed him out?
Yeah.
God damn, I got no reason not to be slim thick. You look good, girl.
Thank you, Boo. But it's willpower. Like at a certain point after like the 3rd or 4th and then the 5th one, it's Jason, I had to make up my mind. All the gym memberships, personal trainers, this guy would come to my house, to my gym, and sit by himself. And I'd be upstairs drinking coffee, talking on the phone. He's like, Veronica, your hour's gonna end. I'd be like, okay.
Your trainer.
I'll come down there in a little, and I would stretch and I would leave. But it gets to us, whatever.
You did a lot of stretching
No,
because
but-
your body fit.
No, but then I just made up my mind. I would rather my body be beautiful and how I want it than you just make up your mind one day.
I think the problem with me is the reason why because I know I can lose weight like that because I'm a natural athlete. So I'm like, I don't feel like going,
Now
but I
you-
know when I do decide, it's easy breezy for me.
But this is where like now
12 years of professionally dancing, it's a breeze to get this off.
But
I
it is
played
okay. Well,
basketball.
you need to get the breeze because you're supposed to be the sex symbol. So
I
you're
am
trying
a
to
sex
think-
symbol. Do you think I'm handsome?
I think
Don't
you're very
answer
handsome.
that, girl. Don't answer that.
It's the light eyes. I know you trick a lot of women with those light
Girl, you
eyes and
shouldn't
kind of
answer.
the baby face.
No, it's just because
Oh, I'm impervious to pretty boys, honey.
Yes.
no, I'm a pretty thug.
Okay, but anyway, we're not gonna lie on the show. So the thing, like for example, I did the whole vegan thing where I literally just try. I wanted to try vegan, so my willpower to try it happened. I did 30 days. I lost 18 pounds. Felt the best I ever had. I don't know. Then I went to drinking again, and see that has been another thing.
You know why?
Find your
The
balance.
lifestyle.
No, there is no balance with me.
It's hard for you not to drink in this life that you live, Jason.
I know,
But drinking helps me. And you know what's funny? When I became a vegetarian is where I gained all my weight. Like I went from like a size 4 to like a 16 being vegan and a vegetarian.
Girl, what type of vegan was you eating?
Shit, let me tell you, I was eating them lettuce, pasta, them carbs.
It was the carbs.
It was the carbs. And as soon as I decided to start eating chicken, like all jokes, I went from like a 3X to where I'm at now, which is like
No, because you came back to Wildin' Out this season, and I remember walking by you like, bitch, you hitting crack or what's going on? Because you had just dropped it in those
Don't be
months.
jealous hearted. Don't be jealous hearted.
yeah, I dropped that in a few months.
But
Like,
Jason, I weight more than you. That's crazy.
Listen, but that's bone structure, that's height, that's all types of things. But you know, this guy that I know from Houston who does my grill, shout out to King Dave. He lost 100 pounds, but he got a procedure done. See, I don't want to.
You don't need that.
Oh no, you
I
don't
don't
need
wanna
to
do
do the
that.
procedure.
I don't want to do that for 2 reasons. It's not. I mean, he did a gastric sleeve, but he lost 100 pounds. He looks amazing, but now he has to take all these pills for the rest of his life.
Oh, no.
And I have to learn how. My friend said it to me. He said, you literally have to treat the gym like brushing your teeth. Like you're not going to leave the
Right.
house without brushing your
Yeah.
teeth. You're not
Yeah.
going to leave the house without
That's
going
deep.
to the gym. That's one thing. The other thing is,
You're
I
not
think
gonna
there's
leave it.
self-love in there too, where you have to make you the priority before everybody else, before you deal with the world. It's like, let me get me right and then do it. So the hiking has been good because it's literally my only time by myself. It's at 6:30 in the morning, peaceful. And I'm actually walking and like enjoying trees and looking at,
Your brain is
I-
thinking. It's like,
if you think about it, all I do is get up and work, leave, get on a plane or travel or get in a car.
It's important to spend some quality time with yourself.
For sure.
Like it doesn't have to like meditation to me. You can do it anytime, and like when you're alone, walking, hiking, like that's a great time to center yourself and talk yourself out of drinking
Yeah.
a 5th of vodka later.
Well, I'm about to do
Yes.
the keto diet.
Really?
What's that?
You got like 13 meals.
It's like the hottest
right now
diet on the planet right now.
Yeah, it is actually.
You don't have to eat every day. I'm about to do that shit.
Okay, well, listen,
Not
those of you listening, drop your comments into the YouTube and tell us what you do to get in shape. But at break, Gio, you brought up Wildin' Out. I totally forgot about this scene.
Hey, man, people are stopping me talking about your Jasonisms on fucking Wildin' Out, man. Yeah. Can't believe you kissed that boy in the mouth.
Listen, were you there when I kissed him?
Yes, savage, baby.
Well, let me tell you the reason why I kissed him. Because...
Wait, can we just... Is he straight?
No.
Fuck him!
No, not
Oh.
Jason. The man you kissed.
No.
Nah.
No, he's
I just need to clarify because I wasn't...
gay.
Okay.
When I knew he was coming to the show, what I said was, this season I heard that I was being doubted by one of the producers, and even though Nick has my back and he's fighting for me, I felt like I heard I was being doubted. So what I said to myself was, I'm going to literally go all the way out. And so I had done some other crazy stuff. Like I had, there's a scene that's not going to air because it was too hot for TV. But my first joke, I came out and I asked Nick to suck his dick. And then I took a sucker out his mouth and put it in mine. So, I mean, that was my first joke. First time on the stage. Were you there that day?
Hell yeah, we talked about that. We was like, you knew they was going to edit it, though.
What was the reaction on
everybody
the set?
Was just like, whoa, just the same way everybody was like, oh my God, did that just happen? You should have seen Nick's face, though. It was priceless.
But that was my first out the gate because I said, like, if I'm going to commit to being messy and being gay and all that, I'm going all the way the fuck out. I'm asking the boss to suck his motherfucking dick.
Be committed with that shit.
Plus, I heard Nick had a nice dick, and he having all these issues with women, so why not? We just try something new. But no, anyway, so after that, but I kissed Bobby because I kissed Bobby because I said, anytime I'm going to be on TV now, I'm going to use my platform to create a conversation that pushes an agenda. So I felt like there had never been men in any comedy show, from Comedy Def Jam to Wildin' Out to anything, where two men have kissed on television. So I said, this is going to be the show. And I did it. And I did it with somebody that was from Love and Hip Hop because I knew then us both being on Love and Hip Hop, all the Love and Hip Hop blogs would talk about it.
Man,
smart.
And I did it.
You snatched that little nigga like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. You said, get over here.
Yo, you saw how he throw him down, though? Did you see that throw down?
And throw down the mic, man.
My God.
Jason, you keep doing what you're doing, brother. But
the niggas that are stopping you on the street saying, man, I saw Jason kiss that nigga on TV. Them the new niggas slide in my DMs because you know what it is? Because the way I grabbed him, I did grab him really, I grabbed him like a nigga.
You did. You
I showed my secrets.
Did.
Is that what's happening?
Now we all know how Jason do it in the bedroom. We be like, bring that ass.
Because like some of these boys, they be like, come here, daddy. No, we not kissing. Like, get your ass over here.
Yeah, we know this. That's exactly how you did him. Bring that ass over here.
Shout out to MTV for letting me do that. Okay.
Wow.
All right, so Tekashi. What do you guys think about Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Get the sticky out.
He posted a photo. That's an excerpt from one of his songs.
Yeah, it's not me. I don't got Tourette's or nothing.
You sure?
Speaking of Tourette's, on the show that's airing today, I talked about a nigga I met with Tourette's syndrome. He's so fine, but his face is covered in tattoos. That's just like, whatever. It's sexy, but he has this really aggressive Tourette's, so there's no way we could date. Anyway, Tekashi posted a photo. Tekashi posted a photo where he was beat up and he said he was robbed. A lot of people were saying it's a publicity stunt because he's a troll. He trolls online.
He's smart at it.
What do you guys think?
Real smart.
I ain't gonna lie. I first thought it was him just doing another Tekashi fucking stunt because immediately after this, his song with Nicki Minaj drops, Fifi. So I thought it was fake at first, but apparently it's not.
Yeah, I was surprised though. That Fifi, you listen to the lyrics to that. I like it. He was like, yo, if Nicki's not getting none and I'm not getting none, you got to go. I love that line. It was special for me. But as for like his kidnapping, I thought it was fake too, especially because of the timing and the marketing and PR. Hey, you about to drop Fifi. So let me see what I can do to get everybody's attention. But it's sad to hear that really happened to him. Sorry for your situation, baby. Hugs all day.
Yeah. So I saw him here in LA last week. He went to the celebrity basketball game. You were there. I connected with his people, and I'm going to hopefully link up with them in New York because I will tell you, as much as I didn't like him when he first came in the game, I'm fascinated by how he's been able to disrupt the entire industry. Yeah. Like he's disrupted the entire, from coast to coast, every hood. He said, yo, this is the king of New York. I'm like, wow, no Nas, no Jay, no Big, no, you the king. But but it reminded me back when I first started doing what I was doing. And I said to Floyd Mayweather said, come over here and let me tell Showtime that you're the number one blogger in the world. I said, I'm not. He said, well, why? I said, well, because Perez Hilton is the king of this shit. He started it. And Karen Civil got more followers than I do. He said, fuck all that. Being number one is a mentality, not a fact. And the fact is, now looking back, I've had I've had Perez here on our show, and we got twice as many followers as Karen. So now, I mean, we're still growing. We're still in the infancy stage. So what I love is that he came in saying, I'm the fucking king.
What a 50 Cent cosign.
Yes.
Please don't. You're just making the water just so messy. Immediately asking what 50 said. Like,
Well, 50 is a genius too.
I like 50 Cent. This whole Floyd 50
It's genius.
thing has been stressful for me.
What do you think about it?
Why?
As a human being, like the back and forth of two successful
So bring
black
everybody
men.
bring everybody up to speed.
So the situation, if you don't know, but of course you do, this whole back and forth with 50 and Floyd, them feuding online, spilling each other's tea back and forth, kind of what were personal secrets, personal things exchanged, now making it public. I don't even know why they're mad at each other.
I really don't either.
So, but it's
Well, I
a
think-
lot.
I think the thing is that 50 is the master troll on Instagram. He knows how to
Get the strap.
He knows how to get the strap, right? And he's brilliant at marketing on Instagram. He knows how to make shit go viral. Plus power is coming out, okay?
Smart.
But he started that whole Floyd couldn't read stuff a while ago. And Floyd can read. I mean, Floyd is not a scholar where he's sitting up reading Shakespeare, but he can read. I mean, you can't do teleprompters. You can't do
That shit's not easy.
Yeah, I mean,
It isn't.
reading a teleprompter is hard for me, but just reading in general, he can read. And so when he started that whole movement before, that kind of stuck, and I know that that's irritated Floyd. I've had dinner with 50 Cent where I talked about on the show where I said, hey, you know Floyd Kareem. He's like, yeah, I know, that's my brother. I love him. So they have this love-hate relationship, but now I think it's just escalated.
It just crossed the line where it went from like maybe a publicity stunt to like it seems like two people that genuinely like are going at each other. It's a little too raw for me. Like it makes me uncomfortable reading it.
Yeah.
Like, you
Which
should-
part
you know
was,
what I mean?
is the kids or the...
When they started talking about one another's children, but then also the murder suicide.
Yeah, that murder suicide was
Like,
really
I just
deep.
don't think you play about stuff like that. Like someone's child really lost their life and it was a horrific
Yes.
crime. So when it starts to go there, it goes from I'm thinking about power and I should catch up with I'm just
Now
uncomfortable.
you don't wanna watch Power no
I'm
more.
just uncomfortable.
Yeah, it makes you very uncomfortable. That murder suicide made me uncomfortable. I was like, okay, this is no longer us like jokes back and forth.
Right.
It's getting real serious. It's getting really personal. And I feel like them two fine brothers, baby, get it together, y'all. Please stop fighting.
Well, Floyd actually talked about the murder suicide here. He's only talked about it here. And so what I did was I posted the story saying, 50 resurfaces the deaths of Floyd's friends in this feud. Then I put the video of Floyd said Floyd was emotional. Floyd's not an emotional guy. For him to get you were here during that interview, for him to get emotional and recount the story, I thought, okay, it's to a point now where let me get on to Miami and let me see Floyd face to face so we can figure out how we can get past all this. Because I don't see any good coming from it, And I think, they have so much history together that they were really close friends. But I'm gonna tell you the silver lining in this whole thing I'm watching, because I'm reading the 48 Laws of Power. Watch those motherfuckers that are close to you. The closest people to you are literally sitting there plotting how once they get right there where they can take your spot, they just push you right over the fucking edge. And the sad part about it is when Drake said no new friends, I really now feel
Yeah, I get
Oh,
that.
I
can't
definitely
have
got that.
So when people are like, how you meeting people in Canada and Spain and London?
Yeah.
These motherfuckers don't know Love and Hip Hop. They don't know Wild and Out. Once they get my Instagram, it is what it is. But at least we can develop a relationship that ain't about all the shit y'all interested in.
Yeah.
But even then, you never know. I don't know. It's just really scary that you can have this experience and be close to then when something goes left, it all just goes.
Right.
And you spill
Yeah.
things that I think you should keep, even when the friendship is over. It's certain secrets you keep out of like common respect.
Respect, yeah.
You take that 6 feet
Yeah.
deep. You take it to the
You
take it
better.
to the grave. Those are secrets. That murder suicide, when that came out, that's something you're supposed to take to the grave. Like, wow.
Well, listen, Floyd 50, we pray that y'all get it together.